there's been like this age-old debate between fans of Disneyland about which is better, and probably ne'er the two shall meet. And it's whether or not it's better to come early in the morning or to stay late until park closing. Now, those of you who have seen lots of my videos, you know that I'll give you my opinion, but ultimately I think this decision is up to you and your personal preferences. But I'm gonna go through the pros and cons of each decision so you can kind of figure out for yourself which you think is gonna be better for you. So first off, arriving early. If you arrive early, like preferably when the park opens, or even for extra magic hours or magic morning, then some of the advantages are that most of the crowds have not arrived yet, particularly the locals. A lot of California locals don't arrive until a little bit later because for them it's not a vacation, it's just hey, let's get up and go to Disneyland today. So they don't arrive until several hours into the day. So there's not a lot of lines yet. So you get to walk on to a lot of rides, really. And even for those that you can't walk onto, fast passes are readily available, sometimes within just a couple of minutes from the current time. And so you can rack up a lot of fast passes and get through a lot of rides in a short period of time. It also will allow you to kind of get your afternoon a little bit planned out because you get first pick of those fast passes that are available later in the afternoon. Downside, first of all, you have to be willing to wake up early because especially if you want to be there for extra magic hours or magic mornings, that could mean 7 a.m., sometimes a little bit later, but most mornings like 7 a.m. So you have to be willing to get up early. Also, you're going to usually find a pretty long line at the front gate. Though once you get through that line, they kind of get dispersed throughout the park, but that front gate usually has a little bit of a line going on. Now, for those who prefer to stay until park closing, the reason that people like to do that is a big pro. Crowds start to thin out. Everyone's starting to go home, including the locals, because they really just wanted to stay to watch Fantasmic and or the fireworks. And so other people are starting to leave the parks to go to bed. And so the park starts to thin out, lines start getting shorter, and you can go on more rides without fast passes. Because even though all the fast passes are gone, the rides don't necessarily need them. Also, if you really like big thrills, at night, Disney legitimately starts to speed up the roller coasters because they want to get the line moving as fast as possible, and even a few seconds can count. Downsides to this, you have to be willing to stay up really, really late. Sometimes the park, most of the time, really, the park doesn't close until midnight, and so you have to be willing to stay up far later than that. But also, you have to be willing to wade through the hours of the night where there are the highest numbers of people just walking through the park because of all the Fantasmic and fireworks traffic going on. And so you have to be willing to deal with that, and also rides or areas of the park that get closed off for those nighttime shows repeatedly. And so that can be a little bit of a headache to have to deal with. But if you're willing to deal with that, then it can pay off. For me personally, I prefer coming in right as soon as the park opens because I think that that is far more effective and just easier than staying until the park closes. I feel that we usually leave just right after Fantasmic or after the fireworks, and then that's our night, and so we go to bed a little bit earlier and we can wake up earlier to be there in time. And also we use a lot of fast passes and it helps us in our afternoon. That's why I prefer it, but I also know a lot of people that don't agree with that and they prefer going a little bit later. And I think that's totally fine. It's just how everyone personally feels. I can't handle all those crowds at night, so I don't do it. With that said, let us know down in the comments which you prefer. Are you a night owl or are you an early bird? Which do you prefer? And give your reasons why in the comments to help other people kind of make their own decisions about what to do. So hopefully this kind of helps you guys just think through things a little bit better so you can plan for your vacation and figure out what's going to be best for your family. And I mean, don't hate me if you don't like my opinion on things. Totally up to you. But that's all I got for this week. So make sure you like and subscribe to get more videos. Follow us along and we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.